Already 3 CD challenge, the Blacksite stealth, no suppressors, 15 minutes, and hidden UI. There's 15 minutes. We'll probably do just fine as long as we don't go too fast, which will make us get caught. And also because there's no suppressors and hidden UI. And as long as we don't go too slowly, which, well, will fill to 15 minutes. That's quite simple. I mean, for no suppressors, we just really can't rush since we can't really shoot. I mean, we can, physically. Just that if we were to do so, it would end really, really badly. And then finally, there's hidden UI, which is quite simple. All we have to do is just be really, really paranoid of literally everything that's happening around us, which... Sorry, what? You're not facing that way. Right then, we're not gonna take any of those out, but we could always try that guard over there, but... Then again, it'll probably end really, really badly. So instead, we're just gonna wait. Either you're gonna walk all the way over there, which would be helpful since we can go inside. Or you're gonna walk all the way over there, which will give us a free disguise. Or you can walk over there, which will not be helpful at all. But you know what? This is one of the helpful options, and I'm gonna gladly take it. I mean, it's useful. We might as well take advantage of it. And also just drop all of the bags over here since we can. And also because that god has no idea what's going on, and well... Alright, never mind, the god might have an idea of what's going on, and the god might be about to find out, but regardless, keep walking. And of course, you're gonna stop right there. Because of course that's what's gonna happen. Which, I mean, I guess works just fine. That was extremely ambitious. This might actually end badly. Since there's a radio now, and now the god's very, very close to, well, being a bit angrier than, well, a god normally is. Which isn't really a good position to be in, to say the least. So if you could just wait over here for a bit. Very, very patiently wait over here for a bit. And if the god does get off the radio, instead of leaving first, we could, well, get another disguise or just get another god down. Not that we really need another disguise though. But it's perfectly fine, as long as you don't stop over there. Or there. Why? Well, that's not really viable since we don't really have a keycard. But we could always try getting one by, well, trying to knock out guards. If an opportunity arises though, since presumably that guard's going to walk away earlier than a guard's going to walk over here. Perfect. That's not really the word for it. Then a guard's going to walk over here and, well, make everything go perfectly fine. So we're just going to go in now since this is the right time presumably. Check for anyone. This isn't exactly what I had in mind, but alright. If you could just walk away now, that would be absolutely fantastic. Then I could loop that camera, and we could all walk past, and it would be great. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, there's a guard right behind us, which is absolutely terrifying. But we can just go through here now. We can just run past here, and then afterwards, since that camera's facing all the way over there, it does make looping it extremely easy. I mean, there's not a lot more steps in this. And as for the cameras, it seems like it's going to be in that corridor over there. Or there's going to be no cameras at all, which I'd much prefer. But we can't always get what we have or ideally want. That was a bit awkward. Let's just back the guard up and then afterwards go back inside and, well, drop the bag. There's going to be 3 more guards over here, which we're probably going to do just fine with as long as things don't go horrifically wrong. Which... so far seems to be what's happening. There's no camera there either. That does make things quite simple. I mean, we can just knock everyone out. It'd be quite simple. As long as that doesn't happen. I've just lured a camera. And that's not a great thing to have done. But also now we've got 3 bodies over here. And guards are presumably going to start respawning right now, which isn't exactly what we want either. So we might just want to start backing all of this up. And, well, just start running. And running, since the guards are most definitely over there now. And that is most certainly what we do not want to deal with. So we're just going to go over here. We're going to get this open. And we're just going to start by moving all of these bags, which... once we're done with that, that's... well, I mean, they're just gonna run off on us. Not that moving these are particularly important, but we might as well. There's not really a reason not to. And as for this part, because there's no suppressors, we unfortunately can't just shoot everyone, which would quite clearly be the simpler option. Not that it's the best option, but regardless, not that... Well, I mean, I guess that works. We could always just hostage you, and then now that we're done with all of that, we could just knock everyone out. And that's literally it. No, that's literally it. There's not a lot more to this. And I suppose we could just hold off on opening the cell yet, since we didn't do that earlier, which would have actually saved time. And it was a good call, because otherwise we would have opened cell B, when it's actually cell A, and then afterwards awkwardly waited for cell B to open before opening cell A, which isn't exactly what we want here. But the moment that door opens, we're going to meet Rose, and Rose is going to, well, take a route that's not arduously long, since it's not cell C or D. Which really, that route is very, very long, it's really, really long-winded, and it's extremely slow. And after all, it is 15 minutes, and, well, being a little bit slow can start adding up. So we're just going to meet Rose, we're going to be done with it. Rose is going to take the walk, which isn't that long. I mean, cell B is still shorter, but then again, cell C and D are extremely long of a walk. So now if Rose could go inside, unlock the doors, that would be absolutely fantastic, and we could just go in through here. So the moment the doors open, we can just run through here, go over here, get this door open and not get stuck over there, then go upstairs, go through here, and then afterwards run up through here, get this door open, and then, well, find a commander, which will hopefully be easily lurable. Even though it's hitting UI. You were just there. That could have been amazing. There are no cameras here. This is literally a joke. This is extremely free. Which, I mean, that's perfectly welcome. We can just immediately bag them up. There's a crate right here to hide them, as long as no one shows up over here, which is exactly what's happening. Then, well, that's essentially it. And whilst that guard just awkwardly stands there, which was presumably the guard seeing a player, we could just open the doors and just start checking literally every single location. Except for that one. I do not want to check that one because it requires looping a camera, and that's generally quite a miserable thing to do, so we're just gonna go over here. It's not in there. So we're going to... You know, maybe a keycard would be useful right now. I mean, we could always just ignore it. Alright, never mind, we can't really ignore it. Please keep walking, I want to just use a scramble over here. And then have the cameras not really care. And then afterwards you can just loop this camera behind the guard's back and no one's really gonna care either. But unfortunately the door's over there. And it's hitting UI. And that's generally not a great thing, since we can't see any detection meters. It is downstairs. It is literally the spot that I did not want to go for. Because, well, to put it quite simply, there are cameras, and cameras are not a good thing. So we should probably, well, think of looping that camera over there, which would be quite nice, but unfortunately that's... Please keep walking. There are now two guards over here. I really want that door open, and I really do not want a camera alerting a guard and resulting in the guard pressing an alarm button. That's kind of not how this works, but you know what? Since we've got another free opportunity, we might as well take it, since the commander's down. We might as well. There's not really going to be anyone respawning anymore, so we should just, well, hide him in the chest and move along with what we're doing. And since that camera's still not looped, we're going to loop it now. And presumably, no guards are going to notice, and things are going to go just fine. At least that's the hope, which so far is not going very, very well, but you know what? We're doing just fine for ourselves. This is not a location. There is one more spot that I have not checked, which I probably should check, and almost certainly haven't. That door's still locked. We should probably just go over here and, well, try and figure out where it's in. And something tells me it's in there, because, well, I don't think that's it. I really do not think that's it. I'm rather certain it's this one, which was a bit unfortunate. This is one of the rarer ones, or seemingly rarer ones. And I mean, we've gotten it. It only took us absolutely forever. And who knows, it might cost us the mission because of 15 minutes. That or we're doing perfectly fine right now, since we actually can't see the time. which just makes hitting UI better. And not in a great way, just in a decent way, an average way. We'll go with that, and presumably Rose is going to come up decently soon, get us out of here, and hopefully we escape out of here before 50 minutes stops us. And if we were to fail the 50 minutes, that would be really, really unfortunate. You'll be quite regretful. So once the door opens, we're going to run through here, all the way over here onto the helicopter, and escape. And regardless, that's the daily challenge that is just under 10 minutes and 20 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!